Hey, it's another day here in the garage working on the 123, and today I'm going to tackle one of my biggest pain points on this car, the exhaust. Now you might have saw glimpses of it in some other videos. Today we're going to get down and look at the real Frankenstein work that was done by the local muffler shop. Now I picked the shop because of all their reviews. They had high reviews, but I can tell now that they have no clue what they're doing when it comes to custom work, or they are just totally incompetent and don't care. So my exhaust is actually SpinTech 4-inch oval exhaust. Very expensive. I spent a lot of money on the piping, the transitions, turns, radiuses like this. It's expensive stuff. But the advantage is it gives me the ground clearance that I need, because if I have 4-inch round tubing on a lowered car, that's going to be an ongoing problem as it rubs the ground. So the problem, in addition to the poor fabrication work that they did, is where they elected to run the pipe. So normally the pipe would run kind of down the center where the drive shaft is, and then it'll cut over around the differential and up and out the driver's side rear. That's where the stock 123 exhaust came out. These guys elected to run offset from the drive shaft, so every time I hit a bump or the car vibrates, I get to listen to the exhaust hitting the floor pans. And it's not like it happens once in a while, it happens all the time. So why don't we get under the car, I'll show you what I'm talking about, I'll go through my plan of attack, and then we will hopefully right this wrong. Okay, so for better or worse, this is the exhaust I'm stuck with from the local shop's install. And right away, if you look right through here, it's kind of weird, the bends that it takes. And it's not really straight. It's kind of hard to do this under the car. I guess it's this piece that is very awkward. And now looking down the car, you can see that it's not under the drive shaft. What it doesn't need to do is ride the floor pans. I hear that all the time, and it gets very old. The plan of action is to cut the exhaust around this point. Now I cannot remember what went in that spot originally, but I think from here back the exhaust can stand on its own the way it is. However, I need to move this section over about I would say that's probably 1 inch to 1.5 inches, which means I'm going to take a transition, or I'm going to cut this transition here. I'm going to put a new piece in and hopefully have enough pipe to make it down to here, and then I'll have to offset that. Here's the end result of my Frankenstein exhaust. Again, I've spared no expense in the tubing, the transitions, and the radius turns that I've purchased to have this exhaust put together by a local shop. Looking at it though, it's very disappointing. Okay, enough about that. I'll stop whining here. So here's the part that I just put in, right? I went from this transition and I cut there, and then I made this little jog out. Now that little jog is about 1 inch. It's hard to tell from the video, but that should clear my floor pans now. And it should put it close to the middle of the tunnel. I have the emergency brake in the middle of the tunnel, so I can't go straight. I have to be offset just a little bit, but it should be pretty close. My welds, I need practice, but you know what? They should not leak. And to be quite frank, it looks just about as good as what I paid the professionals to do, so I should have just did it all myself. Anyhow, let's throw it on the car. It should be functional. That's the end result, right? I mean, I'll have the ground clearance.
It'll be functional. It won't be some show exhaust, but I really don't need that. I just wish that, you know, everybody was as meticulous about their profession as I try to be. So let's get it on the car. Let's see what it looks like in the end. All right, so there you have it. So scrolling down here, we can see that it's now offset enough to miss the body. I still have a couple joints there I wish I didn't have, but in all, it's not hitting the emergency brake on this side, and it's not hitting the body on this side. Even if I shake it vigorously, it's just not hitting. What I do need to do is add some probably additional support in the back on the exhaust. So it's not a work of art here, but it is functional, and hopefully I can enjoy my drives now. Hey, thanks for watching. As always, I'm humbled by you guys watching and providing feedback. So thanks a lot, and have a great holiday weekend.